In the shadows of the brightest lights in sports entertainment, something powerful was growing. It didn't arrive with fireworks. It didn't announce itself with a countdown. It didn't need a microphone. While fans cheered for championships, a silent empire was quietly taking shape behind the curtain. An empire so influential it reshaped WWE forever, without most people realizing. This is the story of how WWE was changed, not by one match, one superstar, or one moment, but by a quiet system that redefined the industry. And once it was in place, there was no going back. For decades, WWE thrived on personalities, larger-than-life stars, explosive moments, controlled chaos that felt unpredictable. But as the company grew, unpredictability became a risk. And risk is something billion-dollar empires cannot tolerate. Behind the scenes, WWE began shifting, not away from wrestling, but toward control. Control over talent, control over presentation, control over production, control over the future. What was at stake was nothing less than WWE's long-term survival as a global brand. As competition evolved, WWE faced a critical question. How do you scale wrestling without losing its essence? The answer wasn't loud. It wasn't flashy. It was systematic. The rise of this silent empire didn't start on TV. It began in offices, training facilities, production trucks, and boardrooms. Slowly, WWE transitioned from a promotion driven by stars into a machine powered by structure. Consistency became the first sign. No matter who was in the ring, WWE shows looked the same. The lighting, the camera angles, the timing, the presentation, everything was intentional. WWE invested heavily in production. High-definition visuals, custom stages, branded graphics. A polished, television-ready aesthetic that made every show feel massive. The goal? No superstar should ever overshadow the system itself. Talent development also changed forever. WWE stopped relying solely on independent wrestling pipelines. Athletes from football, track, gymnastics, and combat sports were recruited, not as finished stars, but as moldable potential. The Performance Center became the heart of the empire. A controlled environment with centralized training and a unified philosophy. Every move, every promo, every camera angle all taught the same way. For the first time, a global promotion could produce talent at scale. This was power. But power always has consequences. As the system grew, individuality became harder to maintain. Some performers thrived. They adapted, they evolved, and they became global icons. Others struggled. The old wrestling world celebrated risk-taking. The new WWE rewarded reliability. Creative direction became centralized. Storylines were planned far in advance. Scripts tightened. Surprises became rare. Not to limit creativity, but to protect the brand. We became a publicly traded corporation with global partners. Mistakes weren't just mistakes anymore. They were liabilities. The turning point was when WWE embraced its identity as an entertainment empire first and a wrestling promotion second. Global expansion accelerated. International events, localized broadcasts, and multiple brands under one umbrella. WWE wasn't just winning weekly battles anymore. It was building a long-term monopoly. Every move reinforced the system. Talent contracts evolved. Merchandising was centralized. Social media was monitored. Even entrances and character presentations became part of a larger design. Nothing was random, and fans began noticing. The product felt different, safer, cleaner, polished, yet controlled. Moments that once felt spontaneous now felt calculated. Rebellious energy was replaced by corporate precision. This wasn't the WWE of the past. It was something new and unstoppable. For WWE, the benefits were undeniable. Revenue skyrocketed. Global reach expanded. Brand recognition became unmatched. The company became resilient. When stars left, others replaced them. Injuries happened, but the machine kept moving. No single absence could derail it. But for performers, the path to the top narrowed. Creative freedom existed, but within boundaries. Success required alignment with the system. Those who adapted thrived. Those who resisted quietly faded. Backstage culture shifted. Veteran influence decreased, while coaches and executives gained authority. Decision-making became data-driven. Crowd reactions mattered. Metrics mattered more. The empire wasn't emotional. It was strategic. Today, WWE is a global content machine. Weekly television, premium live events, digital platforms, international markets. The brand no longer depends on one star. It depends on infrastructure. The silent empire succeeded because it didn't demand attention. It just needed to function. A new generation of performers enters WWE, already shaped by the system. They've never known a world without it. For longtime fans, the question remains, did WWE gain stability at the cost of unpredictability? Did control replace magic, or simply redefine it? The empire still stands, still growing, still evolving. Faces will change, championships will change, eras will rise and fall, but the system remains silent, powerful, permanent. The most important force in WWE history was never a wrestler. It was the empire built behind them, and its influence is far from over. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. See you next time.